Hi y'all. I figured it'd been a while. It's been 3 weeks since I did a garden update, and a lot's happened since then. We've been camping and getting ready to go out camping again, but I wanted to do an update on my garden. It's been 3 weeks since the last update. You can check out my previous video. I posted it 3 weeks ago. Today's July 10th, and we're going to show our garden. So stay tuned. Okay, to start off our garden tour, this is what I harvested today. Ooh, you see that granddaddy long legs? He's checking out the maters. Those are black pineapple tomatoes and some black strawberry tomatoes. Those are the little ones. The black pineapples are the big ones. Here is our cucumbers. I'm trellising up. They're starting to flower. And I also planted some patty pan squash. There's white ones and yellow ones. There. And I got a couple over here that came up. Over here in our teepees, these have been struggling a little bit, but we're getting there. I had peas. They formed a little bit, not too well, but there's still one pea plant that's like perked back up. I don't know if it's where it's been raining and a little bit chillier like than usual in the summer, but we have some tomato plants, some more cucumbers. I put some bush beans in there 3 weeks ago, so that's how that's looking right now. It looks kind of sad, but hopefully in a few more weeks at the next update it will be perked up and filling out. I think we've got some Amish paste, more like the Bush, San Marzano, and Amish paste tomatoes that's in here too. So we want it to be bushed out, and beans maybe trellising. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. This is our sad little bed. I bought some compost that was affected. A lot of people this year complaining about bought compost from big stores because it had some kind of chemical that maybe the cows ate. They passed it through when they ate the hay, and they passed it through their system, and it's still in the compost, and a lot of people were complaining this year that it's affected their crops. This bed is typically full and flowering by now. I mean, we've got a few zinnias here that's forming, that's doing okay, and a coxcomb, some elephant ear, but I left one of my Peter peppers here for comparison, so remember this one, and we'll show. I pulled up 3 other ones that was here for comparison to see what would happen if I planted them directly in my clay soil. We'll show that in a minute. Okay, here's the Peter pepper here. Still kind of smaller. Look at the ones in the front that I transplanted in the front yard. And here's the ones that I pulled from there and planted here in the clay soil. And they perked up big time. They're even starting to form little flower buds. So yeah, that soil was definitely affected. Look at this. Baker Creek. I love your flowers. These right here, I was pulling heads. You can deadhead, like right here. If you open this up, pop it off, and open it up. I don't know if I can do it one-handed. Hold on. You see that? That's the seeds. So I can get a ton more flowers next year by collecting these heads. After the flower dies, like this one right here is dying, wait till it looks kind of dead and dried up. And I want to kind of air this out on my counter. Look at that, nothing but a bunch of seeds. Pocket that right now. We don't have any, I don't see any, oh gosh, berries forming on these plants. Typically they're formed by now. I've tried to put fertilizer in there. I'm not sure what's going on with these. Here we have another tomato plant with a coxcomb growing. There's 2 tomato plants in there. I might end up deadheading this. You see that right there? That is a deformed flower, and it makes deformed fruits, and you have to cut off a big chunk of it. So we're going to pop that off until we get normal flowers. It's not worth it. We have some little tomatoes growing there. We've got some black strawberry tomatoes forming. Some corn. I don't know what happened here, but they started producing these tassel parts before there was any kind of corn cob growing. I think one here had one. I'm not sure. Yeah, like right here, a tiny little one. And again, it might be because the soil was bad. So hopefully next year we'll get that resolved. Tomato plants, just tap them, pollinate them. These are broken off stems from other plants that I just stuck in here in the ground, and they took right off. And I have this up right now because the cats would not stop jumping in here and using this as a litter box, so I was trying to deter them, but I'm probably going to have to pull this up next year. It's falling over. We'll use this as firewood when we go camping. We've got some carrots down in here. I'm going to try to zoom in. See? Bizbeck or whatever it's called. I'm going to keep them in there for a little while longer. See what happens. Moonflower over here hasn't started flowering yet. It's trying to. It's separating flowers. We've got good ones in the front. We'll show in a minute. There's our elephant ear. My poor little zucchini. When I came back from the last camping trip this past week, I pulled it up too hard and the stem broke. So I've been trying to stick it in the ground and cover it up and trying to hopefully revive it. I got one big zucchini off of it. There's one right here maybe forming, but I don't know if I can save it. I'm trying. We'll see what happens at the next video. Look at these zinnias. Aren't they beautiful? Little tomato plant. Another zinnia. They're gorgeous. This is a dinner plate dahlia. These are coxcombs. Another zinnia right there. Got some maters right here growing. Okay, let's check out the front. Oh wait, before I do, I gotta show you my tree back here. This is Mimosa Tree. The flowers here are so pretty. I bought this probably 10-15 years ago. I can't remember the exact date. The flowers are on the ground here. Look at this. So beautiful. But we're dealing with ground moles and voles, which I'll discuss in a minute. And this ground is like sinking, especially right here you can see there's like a tunnel. And it feels spongy. So I need to sprinkle, it's everywhere. I need to sprinkle some more vole repellent over here. You got to kind of start at the base and work your way out, sprinkling every couple of weeks, week or two, to try to get them away. I'm worried about my pawpaws here because there's tunnels. Look at this. This is what they do. This is the vole. You can push in. It literally feels spongy. But these are my pawpaws over here. So we got to deal with these voles very soon on this side of the yard. Walk around. Gonna take this camper out hopefully in 2.5 weeks. We're gonna head out to Virginia Beach. We got a peach tree here. Been dealing with these guys. I usually bring my cup out every day and throw them in a cup of dish detergent water. They're eating everything. You have to come out here like every evening and scoop them in the water. All right, We have tomato plants. These were literally limbs that I took off some plants in the backyard and stuck them in the ground to see what they would do, and they are doing great. Look at that. We got some more moonflower. There's an eggplant with a pretty little purple one. More maters. In the background here we have crepe myrtle. A friend gave that plant to me. Look here at our dinner plate dahlias. Is that not beautiful? I mean, this is my hand. So this is some more. They're trying to form more flowers. We've got some more marigolds. Got more eggplant here in the front. Marigolds. Stuck a couple more tomato plants. Ooh, this mater's falling. We're gonna have to pull that up through here later. We'll tie that up here in a little bit, but we'll come around and show this. Listen, when you got a garden, you need to plant a lot of flowers too to attract the pollinators. What are you doing, Baka Grace? Chewbacca Grace, what are you doing? Huh? Okay, so before I left on my last camping trip, the very day before I came out here, and I had my hyacinth bean vines were destroyed. And I found these holes in the ground, and there's trailing, and it was the moles and voles. The moles come and chomp through the ground underneath, digging, and they kill out the roots, which is what happened. And what was left, the voles came through, and they come up, surface up, and they chew the bottom of the stem, which is what happened here. I was very upset to the point I was crying my eyes out because we were leaving the next day, and I didn't know what to do, but came out here and sprinkled Movo repellent. Where's our maters? Movo repellent. I cut up some jalapeno peppers. I cut up some, what else did I cut up? There was jalapeno peppers, garlic. That's what I cut up. Fresh garlic. And I sprinkled the Movo repellent everywhere, trying to save everything. Hopefully it's ran them off for now, but this is what I came back to, and things are growing. We have some cantaloupe varieties, some squash varieties. We've got some beans right here, the yard-long beans, and I've put a double layer of chicken wire here on both sides to keep my dogs from, because they're trying to run through here and play. I don't want to break stuff. But we have some morning glories that's forming on this side that's picked back up. I don't know, hopefully the critters will stay away. I was extremely sad, but we'll get over it. Things are growing here. This is our beautiful squash right here. This is a birdhouse gourd. I'm sorry, it's not a squash. Well, it might be in the squash family. I don't know. But they're growing nicely. There's 3 that I hand pollinated. And then we've got a little melon here that I hand pollinated. I'm just waiting for some more female flowers to form on these so I can hand pollinate those. We've got, I don't know what's going on with this. This is that python snake bean, and it's looking kind of sickly. I have struggled with this one. I don't know what to do. I've struggled with it. It's looking not so good. More flowers for the entry. And then we have some peppers, cabbage, more peppers down in here. All these cabbage heads. We've got a couple that's formed cabbage heads right here. And then there's another one over here. But some of them haven't, so I don't know what's up with that. I mean, they're trying, but maybe it's just heat. I don't know. They look pretty though. We've got eggplants and more peppers and more of these beautiful flowers. these are to try to deter pests. There's some eggplants in here too. See? They're beautiful. All right, let's take a look in here. We pulled the broccoli and I put some sunflowers and some corn down. And I came in here earlier today and cut the bottom leaves of the Brussels sprouts to try to promote growth of the Brussels. And we got our flowers, our beautiful moonflowers. This one's getting ready to open. It will spread out. They're so beautiful and they smell so good. Here we have another jerk. Let's yeet him. Whew. My son's little sunflowers that he brought from school, little seeds from a friend. Beautiful zinnias. They're gorgeous. Look at this one. And coxcomb. More moonflower. We put a tomato plant in here. I've even got another zucchini here to see what would happen with that one. I tried another python snake bean there. We've got our dinner plate dahlias that are flowering. They're so pretty. They're different colors too, so the next video we can update and show the different colors. Now, the backyard. My maters. Oh wait, we'll pass through here. Now, the hyacinth bean vine that the moles and voles tore up in the trellis, this is what they're supposed to be looking like. They're beautiful, and I was really hoping I'd get to have those on that trellis, but maybe next year we'll figure out like a plan to dig a hole and put some chicken wire in and then plant them to prevent them from hopefully getting to them again. We have our elephant ears. More marigolds. That's a coxcomb right there. Banana trees. More banana trees. More figs. Our figs were up front. The one I said berries, I meant figs. But I mean, they're kind of like berries. So that's those. Every time I put fertilizer in those, though, the dogs dig in them, and because it's blood meal, which is what helps form the figs, and the dogs are eating it. So I think that's why the front ones aren't developing right now. Here's some more. Ooh, those are big. Elephant ears are here. We have some angel trumpets trying to form. Buds right there. Those are beautiful. Maybe we can get a picture of those for the next update. More elephant ears and banana trees and angel trumpets around the pool. Our beautiful maters. I've already harvested a bunch of these. They're so good. I poured, I was getting some blossom enrot, so we had a half a gallon jug of milk that was spoiling, and I filled the rest of it full of water, and I put some fertilizer, liquid fertilizer in there per the box label, and that's why you see white stuff down at the bottom, because I was hoping to add some calcium in there to help the nutrition be sucked up to end some blossom enrot, but those are doing okay. This is our grapevine. I had noticed earlier today black rot, and I can't find the berries for the life of me right now. Maybe I cut them off, but they were half like the grapes. The bottom half was like rotted looking, and there's been black dots right here on the leaves. So I tried to cut out as most as I could of those. I don't see the part. Oh, here they are. See that? That's black rot. Probably from, we've had like an excessive amount of rain, so I think that's what caused it. You can see the leaves. Oh well. We've got more maters, and I started right here some okra. Okra. There they are. The flowers are absolutely beautiful on those. So I put a trail of those all up and down here a couple of weeks ago. And this is how they look already. Right by the tomatoes. This cat is over here because he smells the milk that I poured around these tomatoes. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. He's ignoring me. This one, when I pulled that flower at the beginning, it's because of stuff like this. They are misshaped and they can get rot spots like this one. I'll have to go around and show it. But I just figured just pull them. Oh, I put some more of those patty pan squash right here too. A couple weeks ago. But this is the misshaped flowers. You have stuff like this that happens. So it's probably better just to pull it and not let this happen. More patty pan squash, yellow and white. Our apple trees are doing okay. Peach tree back there and our pawpaws in the background. We had one apple, but these trees have only been in the ground for 2 years, so hopefully in the next year or two we'll have some actual fruit. So that's that. These are our taters. Oh, cherry trees here and here. These are our taters. It's been real soggy, so I don't know what's going on down in here. Maybe in about a week week or two. I want to see if some of these start flowering and then I'll pull it. I think you're supposed to let them flower and then wait like maybe 2 weeks and then pull them out and see what happens. So it might be 2 or 3 weeks before that happens, but I don't see any flowers. I do see another June bug. Gosh, I hate these things. Okay, here's the thing. The moles and voles from the front yard, when you have June bugs, they mate. And they have baby grubs in the ground. And what eats the baby grubs in the ground is moles and voles. They come in, dig their tunnels, kill your plants, and then chomp away at the roots what they don't kill underground. So it starts from these daggone June bugs. So every single evening, come out and pluck those bad boys off your trees, off your plants, put them in some water, soapy water. I started a new trellis back here, just a single one, and I put some, oh gosh, what did I put in here? Maybe some cantaloupe, another cantaloupe variety, and some squash. And I put some more, what did I plant here? Crap, I keep forgetting. Okra. That's what that is, okra. Come out every day. Right here is where I find most of the June bugs, on these right here 3 trees. Right there we go. I've plucked so many off these trees today, it ain't even funny. So we'll make another round here in a minute. Look at them. They're everywhere. To get some more off. Mating. We're about to go into some soap water, guys. Here's our cucumbers again. We're at the main beginning. These are mostly male flowers. I have a lot of squash bugs on. I need to come out here and scoop some off. Oh, come on. Don't be sad. There's another little squash bug right there. I need to put in soapy water. But that is our garden tour. Oh, last video I couldn't remember what these were called. They're asparagus. I started them this year, just let them grow. Every year I'm going to let them grow. And I think around the 3rd year I might be able to harvest some. You're supposed to leave some in the ground growing to help feed the root bulb in the underground for the following year. But that's what that is, asparagus. So in closing, this is our little harvest for today. These beautiful black strawberry tomatoes. These are really good too. These are black pineapples. They have some mold on this side because it rained and I pulled them out, but I'm just going to cut that off and let them finalize their growing here for the next day or two, and then I'm going to bring them in and eat them. Chewbacca, are you being a nosy posy? Huh? Alright, that's our garden update for today. We'll talk to you soon.